Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we've got a 10-game NHL slate we're going to be going over. So, should be a fun slate of hockey today. But before we get into the video, before we get into the recap of yesterday, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow us on our social medias at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram and at Bets Earl on Twitter. You can also join our Discord chat if you guys are interested in talking over different games and all that fun stuff. The link to that will be in the description below as well. And as always, leave me your best bet for the NHL in the comment section below. Quick recap of yesterday. We went 1-1. Washington just looked pretty bad. Their defense just didn't look good. Penguins took advantage of that. They won that game 6-3. So Washington did not cash, but I think I've had one of the easiest cashes in a very long time with that Vegas and Colorado under 6 goals. Game finished 1-0. The only goal, a Max Pacioretty second period goal. So two powerhouse teams, and the score is 1-0. It's kind of what I expected. A little bit of a playoff atmosphere to that game, and 1-0 definitely spells that. So yesterday, we went 1-1. So we are now 72-1, still at 50%. And we have 7 plays for you guys today. So hopefully we can get this number way up above that 50%. All right, let's get right into today's slate. We're going to be starting with the St. Louis Blues and the Arizona Coyotes. Game 7, -116 for the Blues, +105 for the Coyotes. And this is a game where it is a complete pass for me. We've seen these two teams the last 6 games. They've 3 each. And I'm just going to pass on this game and see what happens. I don't feel like laying money on either of these teams at this moment. If I would have to lean towards a team, I would lean towards St. Louis. But overall, this game is going to be a pass. For me, with the total as well, I can easily see this game going over. I can easily see this game going under. If we look at the games from the first 6, over, under, over. 4 overs, 2 unders. So I can see this going to the under, but this is going to be a pass for me. Next game, we have the New York Islanders taking on the Buffalo Sabres. It's going to be -133 for the Islanders, +120 for the Buffalo Sabres. Over under of 5.5 goals. Looks like we're going to get Semyon Varlamov taking on Linus Ullmark. And look at this game. This is going to be our first play of the day. And I'm going to be going with the New York Islanders here. They've looked better of late. They just came off a nice win versus Boston. They're the only team to beat Boston so far this season, and they've done it twice. Varlamov has looked really good in net so far this year. So it should be an interesting game for the Isles tonight. Trying to find the stats on. Varlamov, 6-2, 2 overtime losses, allowing less than 2 goals a game. This Semyon's looked really, really good for the Isles so far this year. Give me the Islanders here, -133 versus the Buffalo Sabres. All right. Next, we have a matchup between the Ottawa Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And this is our big favorite of the day. -292 for the Maple Leafs, +258 for the Senators, over under of 6.5 goals. And there is no way in hell I'm touching these money lines. It's just, I'm not laying that -292 on the Maple Leafs because I can easily see the Senators potentially pulling an upset tonight. But I'm not trying to bet on the Senators. I kind of like money. So, but there is one line I'm looking at with this game, and it is the under. I'm looking at the under here, and I'm seeing this sort of as a trend now with Canadian games. is they're starting to play towards the under. The Senators have been playing a little bit better of defense, um, but they're also not scoring goals. Senators, their last few games, 2 goals, 1 goal, 2 goals, 1 goal, 1 goal, 3 goals, 2 goals. They've scored 3 once out of their last 7 games, and they're starting to play a little bit better of defense, though. 1 goal, 5 goals against the Jets, though. 3 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, or 4 goals. So this Ottawa Senators team is playing a little bit better of defense. So we're going to be looking at, and so is Toronto playing a little bit better of defense as well. So we're going to be looking at the under 6.5 for this game for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. Next, we have the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. -178 for the Hurricanes, +160 for the Blue Jackets. Over under of 5.5 goals here. It's going to looking like Jonas Korpisalo taking on James Reimer. And if you guys have seen any of my videos so far this year when the Hurricanes are on the slate, I love this team. They are definitely a bet on team for me, but -178, that is way too much for my liking. And so we're going to be trying to approach this a different way. I do like the Hurricanes to win tonight, but laying -180 versus the Columbus team, which is not a terrible team, is not something I really want to do. So what we'll be looking at here is looking at the three-way line and getting a +100 price tag on them, which I really, really like. That's saying they win 50% of the time in regulation. I'm totally down with that. So give me the Carolina Hurricanes here, +100 in regulation versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think they get the job done and take care of business here at home. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Florida Panthers, -162 for the Lightning, +146 for the Panthers. Lightning coming off of a great 6-1 win after getting beat pretty bad 5-2 the game before. And now we're going to have Sergei Bobrovsky taking on Curtis McElhinney in net. And I'm not a fan of McElhinney in net. He's a decent goaltender, but definitely something I'm looking at when looking at this game is that it's not Andrei Vasilevsky in goal, which is leading me to the over. It's -125, but I'm totally okay with that. I think this game is definitely going to go over. Tampa Bay, I mean, they're playing like the best team. Statistically, they are the best team. They're scoring the most goals per game at 3.85. They're allowing the Leafs at two goals a game. But I like the over in this matchup. I think that Tampa Bay could potentially do it by themselves. But if you throw Florida in the mix, I can easily see this game being 4-2, 4-3 type of game. I think it could be another high-scoring game. So give me the over here between the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning in this game. I like the over. Next, we have the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Detroit Red Wings. -28 for the Blackhawks, +116 for the Red Wings. Over-under of 5.5 goals. And Chicago hasn't looked terrible. Both these teams coming off of a win. Chicago got a win against Columbus in overtime, and Detroit beat Nashville in their last game. Pretty close line. Overall, this game is going to be a pass for me. I think we might start to see a regression for the Blue Jackets, for the Chicago Blackhawks. They've been playing really well. Patrick Kane's been playing like an all-star. Brunicat is back. Lankinen's not half bad either as their rookie goalie. But this game's going to be a pass for me. I'm just going to focus on other games. You don't have to bet every single game. And we're going to be passing on the Blackhawks here and the Red Wings. But this next game we definitely are not going to be passing up on. We have the Dallas Stars taking on the Nashville Predators. You can get the Stars for -165, the Predators for +149, and this is 100% a get-right spot here for these Dallas Stars. I think I definitely see this as a game where this is a must-win for them. They've lost a few in a row to Carolina, and Nashville has been playing very, very bad hockey, and it'll be a while before I even think about betting them. You guys know if you've seen my hockey videos the last few weeks, I am on the I'm on the Nashville fade train. I think they are one of the worst teams in hockey right now. They're just if you're anyone other than like Roman Josi, you're playing terrible this year. Um, this is just a very uninspired team for Nashville, and there's no way in hell I'm laying any type of money on Nashville. That being said, minus 165 is a little bit rich. So we're going to be going with the minus 105 regulation line for the Dallas Stars. I think they get it done. I think they get it done in regulation. I don't think it is a upline type situation, but I can definitely see this being a 3-2, 2-1 type of game that Dallas Stars win. Give me the Stars minus 105 on that regulation line. And next, we have the Winnipeg Jets heading to the Edmonton Oilers, minus 135 for the Oilers, plus 122 for the Jets, over under of 6.5 goals. And looking at this is another one of those situations where Canadian teams have been playing much better defense. The Oilers are one of those teams. They've been playing much better defensively recently, which has resulted in their offense being a little bit less. But I mean, if you're trying to focus on defense, you're always going to sacrifice offense. But definitely one of those turnaround games was shutting out the Canadians, which was huge for the Oilers. The Oilers have won 3 straight games now where they've given up no goals, 2 goals, and 1 goal. This Oilers team, I think, is taking a huge step in the right direction defensively. And I think we're going to go with the under here between the Jets and the Oilers, because on the other side you do have Connor Hellebuyck, which is a Hellebuyck of a goalie. He sees a lot of shots. He stands on his head a lot for this Winnipeg Jets team, so I can easily see this being an under for the Edmonton Oilers and the Winnipeg Jets. Next, we have the Calgary Flames taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Minus 116 for the Flames, plus 105 for the Canucks. And the Canucks finally won a game the other day. They beat this Flames team 3-1. They finally got the win they so desperately needed. But I don't know if they do it again today. This is going to be a pass for me. I would lean towards the Flames in a bounce back spot here against Vancouver. I still think the Canucks are a bad team. I still think they're firing their head coach at the end of the year. This team is falling apart. Markstrom is a huge loss for them. And he's been playing pretty good for Calgary so far this year. So overall, this is going to be a pass for me. I would lean towards the Flames, but we're not going to be betting this game. All right, and heading into our last game of the night, we have the Anaheim Ducks taking on the San Jose Sharks, minus 107 for the Sharks, minus 103 for the Ducks, over under 5.5 goals for this team. And definitely the under is a look I like. Depends on who's in net. But overall for this game, when this is San Jose's second home game now, we didn't bet them in their first home game. I think this is the game where they start to perform better at home. So the team we're going to be going with here in this game is SJ Shark, minus 107 against the Anaheim Ducks to win in their second game at home. Sorry, for the season. So we're taking the San Jose Sharks minus 107 versus the Anaheim Ducks. All right, let's quickly go over our plays for today, and then we're going to head on out for this video. We have the New York Islanders at minus 133. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators under the 6.5 total. We're going over between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. We're going under between the Oilers and the Jets. We're going San Jose Sharks at minus 107. And for our two regulation plays, we're taking the Dallas Stars minus 105 and the Carolina Hurricanes plus 100. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We come out with daily content on this channel, so let's try to make some money together and cash in bets as you guys subscribe and watch these videos. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's cash some bets. Let's make some money in the NHL tonight. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.